Dwarf Fortress, going to be continuing where we last left off. Let's go ahead and pop right back in here. Hopefully I get the right, yep, that should be the right save. Alright, so considering the point that we're kind of at with the fortress, we're not quite getting to the point where things are, too ridiculous, where we have kind of more dwarves than jobs to really give them for the most part. But we are kind of the point where I need to, optimize the workflow a little bit better than what it is currently. And we also need to make sure we can get keep building the pyramid, keep getting, people training so we can actually have a military that's functional, because that's kind of important. Alright. I would like to get these guys back indoors, though, so that we can, prevent them getting assaulted by the lovely camels that roam these desert wilderness. We are also building this bridge across here because we were having issues with traders not just coming across. And that was problematic, to say the least. But, yeah. And hopefully they actually build this in the right order. I might have to do it one at a time, because I want to make sure that they don't... Because if they just build, like, say, a wall right here and not connect this whole section together, then it will collapse and it'll probably take them with it. So I got to be very careful when building the kind of safety wall across there. Alright, so let's start off by really taking a look at what we currently have going on here for this. So, let's go into labor. Okay. So we have our miners. And I want to make sure, what else do they have going on here? So there are also haulers. And they also are doing the stone cutting. Okay. So they're miners first, then stonecutters, then haulers, and then engineers last. Now I'm actually going to clear off the engineers for all the miners. Because I basically want them to focus on just mining if at all possible. Okay, so now the only thing that they really do is they haul. I'm also going to disable that so that they're just purely going to be mining and then stone cutting. If they're not mining. Okay, let's take a look at our planters here. So we have 2 planters. Well, 3 planters, actually. And he will only do tasks that match their workshop assignments, work details, and occupations. Okay. So he's also doing cooking and brewing and build, you fool. So let's go to build. And I'm going to disable that for the grower. Yeah, disable that for him. For you, you're engraving as well, so I'll also disable that. Carpentry, I'll leave that enabled for now. Okay, what else do we have here? Planters. We're messing with the planters right now. One of them is set up to harvest plants, which is good. I do want him doing that. But that's basically it for that. The rest we don't really need to worry too much about. Armor, okay. So, and I'm actually going to create a new work detail as well here. Well, let's go to stonecutters here quickly. Okay. So, obviously a lot of them are stonecutters. And then a lot of them are also builders, and some of them are engineers. So for now, these look pretty... We have more than enough people doing stone cutting, so we should never... in addition to everything else. But what I should do is... I should definitely have the ones that are... Well, we have the one here that's proficient, so he's obviously going to keep doing his thing. But for these ones, I think I'll disable the build routine on them, just so... Well, this is only on these 3, though, I think. Just so that they are focusing on doing the actual crafting for that, per se. Okay, so we'll disable those. So they're only going to do stone cutting. Now, engravers, we actually have a lot of engravers. But I don't really want to have all of these guys engrave, because engraving, you want to make sure that that's relatively specific to them. Let's get these guys building, though, the ones that no longer have any, real job there. We have the Baron, he's just going to sit around and chill. Spear Dwarf, obviously the Spear Dwarf is going to be doing Spear Dwarf things. Crafts Dwarf, I'll have you do crafts. Weaver, I'll also have you get weaving. We have an engineer, but let me get... Yeah, I'll set up all these guys for that. Engineer. We'll set you up... well, you're a siege engineer, not an actual engineer, but whatever. We'll set you guys up for that, too. And if I can find the other engineer, which... No, he's not showing up anymore. That's fine. So, now we need to get a new work detail. Let's go... I guess I'll make general armor and weapon, because I do want to... I guess we could specify this. I'm kind of interested to see what's going to happen if my work details go too far, like, down, per se. But let's go ahead and scroll down. So furnace operating is going to be a default for them. Let's go weaponsmithing, and then I'll let blacksmithing and metal crafting also be on that list, too. Okay. This is going to be... Smith. Accomplished blacksmith. And furnace operator. We got the, well, the armorer I'm going to have do actual armoring. And the rest are kind of dabbling weaponsmiths. But they're also planters, so I'm not going to take them away from that. And from here, there's no other real job that they have. So let's add another one here. And this is going to be very much so similar to that. Let's go ahead and enable everything except for weaponsmithing. So this is going to be armorer and general smith. And we do have accomplished armor smith, so I'll give him that. Because he is the only one I really want working on that job. Because I would greatly prefer them to kind of do that. Now what is actually... I wonder what... can I edit this work detail at all? Whoops. And then I cleared out of the work details. Because I can go on here and I can edit these ones, but I can't edit the default ones. And to me, this kind of bothers me a little. Because what does orderlies mean? It's like, what jobs does orderlies entail? I have no clue. About the only thing I can see right here is because of what it's telling me essentially here. So it has something to do with the medical. So orderlies, I believe, is the medical field, is what this is. Because it's telling me, like right here, talented wound dresser, talented suturer, and so on. Dabbling suturer, dabbling wound dresser. So this is literally just for wound dressing and suturing, because there's nothing about bone setting or any of that here. So it's essentially basic medical field is what this is. Okay. Now I don't want to set up any hunters because they will die. And I would greatly prefer that to not happen. Stone cutters includes just stone cutting, period. Okay, engravers is just engraving, which we've already set up. I'm almost tempted to disable that on you, actually. Because you're only... You know what? Yeah, you're a dabbling engraver, and I only want the proficient. Novice as well is kind of like, I don't really want to, but I'll do it just because the hell with it. Alright, let's add a new work detail. We're going to want to add in... This one I'll kind of leave as is for now. Fish wars we already have. Jewelry. Okay. Let's go jeweler. We do have a talented gem setter, so he's probably the only one right now that'll get that job. Okay, let's add a new work detail again. We want to go into crafts here now, so let's see. What kind of crafts do I want to enable? This is the part where I'm kind of torn. I don't know if I want to just make a general crafts dwarf, period, or if I want to specialize. Because wood crafting should be included in carpentry. Likewise, stone crafting should be included in stone cutters. But I'm not 100% sure that it is. Hey, how's it going, man? Because each one of these are their own kind of different skills. Pardon me. So I think I might just make a general one for now. With the exception of clothes making and weaving and stuff like that. Because we also do have glass, or I could specialize it a little bit. Yeah, let's do like pottery, glazing, stone crafting. That should be good. Or do I want to add more to that? Because because if I just generalize the whole thing, then that's going to be... Yeah, that's the problem, though. I can't actually do that, because if I go to... Like, let me delete this for now. If I go to stone cutting, the only thing that tells me what jobs this enables is this. Basically, what it tells me is under their name. So the only job that this seems to enable is stone cutting. I know why you lost most of your seeds in the beginning. Oh, why? What's up? They didn't get tossed in the stockpile or something? Because I did go into the kitchens and I disabled seeds to be cooked. I did actually do that. I made 100% sure that plump helmets and their seeds were not to be used in cooking. Only brewing. So that was one of the very first things I did, if that's what you're thinking. The biggest issue was that we have a lot of plump helmets that are sitting around right now, but they're not being brewed into booze, which is not then in turn creating seeds. That's what I was thinking. Yep, nope. And it's nice. You actually got the founder title on there now. Sweet. I really need to figure out, I need to spend some time either on the weekend here or something and really go into the details of kind of the Twitch, what is it? Associate slash partner slash whatever thing. And really see about getting everything tweaked and such there. Because we have the engraver, we have several engraver and glass makers. So I do think I want to specialize that a little bit because we should definitely be making some glass. Because one of the things I could do is I could add windows, for example, to the pyramid. Yeah, that's the thing as well. Like I don't personally understand why plump. I mean, maybe because plump helmets are the basic kind of food item that you grow as a dwarf. So they're kind of immediately considered as a food item. But yeah, it's one of those things where, like, especially because of beginners, I would have that disabled by default because most beginners are not going to know that if you cook plump helmets, you do not get seeds. Whereas if you brew them into booze, you get seeds. So I kind of wish, to be honest, I kind of wish this game had a Dwarf Fortress style, or Dwarf Fortress. What am I playing right now? But no, I kind of wish this game had a RimWorld style system where you had the plant, like the farmer's workshop was used to take, like say restrict a certain, like if you don't have up to this many seeds, then all the plump helmets that get harvested get used as, get processed into seeds, and then once they reach a certain threshold, then they go on to brewing or cooking. I kind of wish that was the system in place. Unfortunately, it's not, so we got to kind of work with what we got. All right. So yes, I am going to specialize my crafts here a little bit. So glazing, stone crafting, pottery. I'm going to have that set up as the... Yeah, it should be good. So this is going to be... So just go stone crafts. Okay, so we have a craft store here, an accomplished potter. You are also a proficient stonecrafter, so I'll enable that for you. And you're a miner, so I'm just going to let you do your thing. I'm not going to enable that for any more. Add a new work detail. Let's go. This is just going to be straight up wood crafting. And I don't think there's really anything else here used with wood crafting, paper making, and bookbinding. So all of that is woodish, so we'll do that. Alright, so done. This is going to be wood crafts. Whoa, what the hell did I just do? I accidentally full screened the game somehow. Whoops, I need to figure out what key does that because I don't know how to disable that. Toggle full screen was F11. Okay. Alright, we're all back now. Okay, woodcrafts. I like how it went back to 1 though as the symbol, which is kind of weird. You know, let's delete that. Try creating it again, and yeah, it creates it goes back to custom detailing 1 again. I wonder if that means that hmm. I could include that into carpentry, but these are kind of different as well, so I don't know if I really want to do that. Yeah, because those were not enabled by default. Okay. Yeah, it's weird it goes back to custom detail 1, so I don't know if that's going to interfere with my carpentry or not. Because again, I don't know what the max level of like work details is. But again, woodworking, paper making, bookbinding, done. We'll go... Okay, wood crafts. Oh, Captain of the Guard. Yeah, he's not gonna be doing that. New work detail. So we already got that one. Let's go leather. So we want leather. We want weaving, clothes making, and strand extraction. And we'll go bone carving as well. We'll add that. We'll add that into the mix for this one. Yeah, that should be sufficient. Was there anything else I wanted to change for that? No, I don't think so. Yeah, that should be fine. So this is gonna be... clothes making, I guess. I'll just go with that. Not the best name, but whatever, good enough. And then finally go with glass making. Devs don't know how Roman digits work. I think maybe there was a limitation with it. I have no idea. Shrug. Maybe they didn't expect someone to make this many custom work details, which would be kind of strange to me, because I gotta imagine that this seems like something that a lot of people would do. So, glass making, and there was another one as well. I think glazing I added to the other job. I thought there was something else here, but I might have... Oh well. We got two talented... Excuse me. Two talented glass makers. Let's add a new work detail here. So this one is going to be the interesting one. So... Oh, and actually, I should probably edit the other work detail there as well. Yeah, let's delete this one for a hot second. I want to go into clothes making, because I do actually have to edit that a bit. We'll add in tanning. Don't really... Yeah, I'll add that to something else. Spinning. That should be good there. Yeah, that should be fine. Good enough. There was one I wanted to tweak, though. Well, I'll add a new one for now. So this will be just general specialty crafting, I guess. Soap making, potash making, lye making, milling. So this will be the kind of just specialty item for that. Beekeeping as well. I'll add that in here just for the hell of it. Specialty crafts. And I'm actually going to start getting these, some of these at least running. And actually let me add wood burning to that as well, because that is part of that process. There we go. Got a couple adequate beekeepers. I don't want to give them too many jobs, so I'm going to leave that at that. Glass making is assigned. Clothes making. That should be good. There shouldn't really be too many people now that don't have a job. Obviously, except the Baron and the Spear Dwarves and such. They don't have the X. Why don't they use Arabic? Strange decision by the wall. I don't know. There might be a reason why, but I'm not 100% sure what it is. It could be. My assumption would be maybe because the X would take up too much space. They couldn't get it to fit. Maybe. Because if you think, like this one right here, if you were to make this 13, then this would start occupying like the entirety of this space. So maybe there was just a limited amount of this where it wasn't going to work. No idea, though. I'm just kind of, throwing something out there and hoping it sticks. Alright, so let's actually go ahead and get... I'm just going to start producing a whole bunch of the additional... Again, as much as I should be bringing all these workshops indoors. Okay, we need some empty barrels first. I think I'm already making some. Yeah, I did order some of those to be produced, which is good. Okay, in that case, let's go look at other workshops here. Sure, let's get a jeweler going. Let's get screw press. Empty jugs are required to store the liquid products. And actually, that's another thing I need to work on, too. We need the soap maker's workshop. That's an important one. Okay. Let's get the leather worker. Just like, let's get one of everything built here so we're ready to, just working on it even though we don't have a space as of yet to transition this into the pyramid. Because as much as I wanted to hold off on this, I'm just like, it's going to take way too long to get the rest of that kind of going, so to hell with it. Alright, we already have a butcher up top. Let's get a tanner. Which is interesting that it's basically its own shop there now. We got the quern. That's for flour. Which I guess, well, it needs to be powered, though. That's the thing. Kitchen, the farmer. Which I already do have. The hive I could get. I think someone can add it on a steep workshop. Add a custom image for the laborers we are creating. Could be. Yeah, that could actually be something really, really good for that. Oh, yeah, so you need to make a hive in the workshop first. Of course. Clay hive, rock hive. Let's go rock hive. We only need, like, I don't know, 3 of them maybe? That should be sufficient. Still strange you have so many jobs, only 8 custom images representing them. Well, the thing that bothers me isn't even the Roman numerals that are, you know, it doesn't go up to 10s. The thing that bothers me the most is I can't directly see what the default jobs are, like what jobs are assigned to those default tasks, without basically, you know, just looking at what is displayed for, you know, this person has this ability or whatever. So if I go to miners, I can see that, yeah, we have a couple legendary miners, grandmaster miners, and so on. So the only job that I can tell is enabled on this, you know, specific task is mining. Which makes sense because it's miners. Same thing for woodcutters. The only thing enabled is woodcutting, and hunters, and so on. Fisher dwarf, though. Here's the thing, it's like, what is enabled here? Because I don't have any dwarves apparently skilled at fishing. It might just be fishing, but there's more to fishing than just fishing. There's also the fish cleaning and so on and so forth. So you usually wouldn't just, you know, assign the dwarf to fish. You'd assign him to fish and to clean the fish and everything else, you know, around the fishing. So you wouldn't just have him assigned to just fishing, but shrug. And I guess all my fishers kind of died. Unfortunate deaths. Oh, I hit again. I'm so used to using the hotkeys to do this. Okay, we already are making bone bolts. I'm actually going to add some conditions to that, I think. Never mind. The conditions have already been added, so we're good to go. Excellent. So at least now I've gone through and I've kind of gotten all those designations done. We are making the barrels soonish. Give or take. These are all getting built. That's good. I'm gonna have to do this part of this one at a time. Because I got to make sure that this doesn't collapse. Which is kind of inconvenient, but whatever. What can you do? Yeah, exactly. They're already enabled by the fishing tab, but it doesn't even say that. That's the thing. Because it's like, if I can go to my custom labors and then see, hey, what do I have enabled for cook and brewer? Oh, look, I have butchery, brewing, and cooking enabled. Fantastic. Then I should be able to see that from the rest as well, but I can't. So it's just one of those things where it's like a little annoying. We also add cheese making to that list, actually. And that's just assuming that I restrict those jobs to that task. That's the thing. Okay, they're weaving thread into cloth, which is good. However, what I'm going to do here is, because I don't want to have too much cloth, I do want to make sure we have some thread. Okay. But can I tweak that assignment at all? Apparently I can't. I could specify a work order for it, which I would then be able to tweak with specifics. But part of me is like, because I do need thread in order to, patch people up. But I'm not 100% sure. Let me actually take a look here. Yeah, because I don't want... I do want to reserve some of the pigtail thread so that we'll be able to basically suture wounds. I don't want to have it all used up and turned into cloth because then we'll, be screwed. Oh, we actually have two looms. Whoops. Let's just get rid of that one. Okay. So I'm going to create a new work order for weaving thread into cloth. Alright, and let's go ahead and tweak that. If the... Okay. So we'll say if the... Oops. So if the amount of cloth is less than, let's say 100, and the amount of plant fiber thread is greater than, oh, what are we going to say here? Let's go 50. Then we're good. Well, I can see, oh, we don't have enough plant fiber thread. Hey, thank you for the follow there, Jan2O. Welcome, good sir. Steam version needs some work, that's for sure. Yeah, there's a few things that do need to be worked on, but for the most part, it's not terrible, to be honest. Like, I've enjoyed it quite a bit. There's only, like, honestly, a few minor gripes that I've really had, but beyond that, I'm actually enjoying it a lot. Like, when it comes to certain aspects of the game, like, certain bits are a step back. Like, for example, when it comes to assigning labors, I still think that if I were to rank, like the ability to give dwarves jobs, I would rate Classic obviously as the default Classic, I should say, the lowest. This in the middle, and then Dwarf Therapist is still number one. Because the ability to sort through Migration Wave and be able to see your dwarves in different, whether it's by their caste, by their current job, by all these different options. So Dwarf Therapist is still number one, in my opinion, for looking at your dwarves and what they're doing and just getting a good overview of them. So I really can't wait for DF Hack to come back and for Dwarf Therapist to then be once more enabled, because I will definitely, even though I do think this current system for managing dwarves is an improvement over the default, it is still not up to the same, like, massive customization and just, information if you want it kind of deal that Dwarf Therapist provides. And other than that, the other thing being that labors as it currently exists, like the default ones, it's very specific, where each of these jobs that they have here are only for a very specific thing, but they don't really tell you what is in this. Like engravers, okay, so it's only engraving. This is only planting. This is only fish, just fishing, but it's not the individual jobs beyond that. Work assignments seem to actually work well. Yeah, like I've been adding in my own work details because generally speaking, dwarves will just do everything anyway, but you don't really want everybody to do everything. You do want to have them specialized so that they're only doing certain things. So I almost want to like lock like 90% of the dwarves here so that they're only doing their one job. But regardless, but these things, well, like orderlies, I was like, well, what the hell is orderlies? What does that mean? But as we can see here, it's literally just wound dressing and suturing. That's essentially what it is. But yeah, there's a couple of minor things. The only other like gripe I can think of is when it comes to building. Like for example, if I want to construct a wall, so I have to click in here and go to the wall, and I'm going to construct the wall, then sure. But I'm like, oh no, I messed up. I don't want a wall like this. Well, if I right-click to go back to redesignate it, I can't redesignate it. It just clears out the entire menu, and then I have to go back in here again, back to constructions, back to wall, or of course go BNL again, and then redesignate it out again, rather than just being like, oops, redesignate. So that's one thing where I think right-click should go back. It shouldn't cancel. If I want to just outright cancel, then I can hit something like escape or, something else. Or just right-click twice. But I think right-click should only go back a step. And right now, that's not the case. So those are the only, real issues that I've seen so far. Yeah, well, for me, honestly, this was more noticeable for me because literally my entire, well, not entire, but the majority of my fortress is, as you can see, above ground. So this massive monstrosity here is all being built above ground. So I make use of the building of the actual walls and floors and everything else much more excessively than, regular person might. So, yes. I do not like the game. Does not pause when things are happening that are important. Yes, that is also a thing as well. Where notifications that pop up need more to it. Like, for example, with Sound Sense enabled in the regular Dwarf Fortress, if we get into, if somebody gets into a fight, it'll stop. And I'll get notifications to that, and I can, zoom to it quickly, and it'll be good to go. But it seems like every time they get into a fight, it's like it starts playing the default battle music kind of deal, and then I find I try to zoom to the conflict, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, it's already pretty much over, or they've already moved on elsewhere, and I'm like, well, where the hell are they? What? Because it's like the way that it's treated right now is that it's almost like they're saying, hey, we got into a fight, but you didn't learn about it until I was able to walk back and tell you that we got into a fight. Whether that's running into the foothills screaming, I'm under attack or something, I don't know. But either way, yeah, you can't fight a single combat because by the time you hear about it, the combat's already over. Or you don't know, basically you end up having to go to the units menu and be like, what? So there's a camel attacking me. Oh god. Speaking of which, the camels are back. God, I hate those camels. With every fiber of my being. Let's start this bit right here. Another thing that it never stopped in Sound Sense. It would play the sounds during combat. Yes, but at least it would give you that notification it would stop. Yeah, that is true too. That one of the biggest issues I had with Sound Sense though, and that's because Sound Sense wasn't perfect, because it would constantly play the battle song, the battle or combat tune when they were just training, basically, which is kind of like, wait, what? I don't want to know about that. But yeah, another issue is that you have to click, 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 click every time you're building something here, which is kind of annoying. All right. Well, more so annoying for me because I'm, again, in the unfortunate situation where I'm building this, ridiculous fort, so I kind of have that, Okay, build traps, cage traps, and we're out of mechanisms, because of course we are. Lock mechanisms. Let's go ahead and up that. I want. You know what? Let's go 40 even. I want to go crazy with rock mechanisms because I really do need to use a lot of that. it doesn't happen as combat is happening. Or missed if sound would play. Exactly. Is a mod that will make sound happen on alert. That's good. Yeah, there's certain aspects of the game like that that still need to be kind of, tweaked. Just a little bit. But overall, it's not the worst. Like, overall, I am quite enjoying the systems that we have. Waiting for construction. That's slowly getting constructed. Let me actually cancel these ones then. So I can, whoops, what the heck? I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Even though I didn't do it. BT cage trap. So I'll pop one right here. And I'll pop one on the end here. Because I'm hoping we can start catching some camels and then taming them. Because I'd love to fucking take, like, basically chain up some camels outside and have them fight anything that tries to attack the fortress. Give sounds for the alerts on the side, but not like sound sense. Okay. Is there like a red alert that goes off? I know. Poor puppy. Diagnosis required. Do we actually not have anybody? Would not surprise me. I don't think we have anybody with that enabled. Let's add a new one then. I'm just going to go straight up hunting related then. And with that, we'll also add in, for trapping, we'll add the mechanics. Okay. Alright. You're already a mechanic anyway, so I'm not going to bother tweaking you any further. I more so want the caretaking. So hopefully someone will help take care of that dog. Let's see. Understand, yeah. Have you guys noticed that the game runs better? Oh god, yes. From World Gen to even just in game here. And the nice thing is too, like with the previous version, I could, using DF hack, change the FPS essentially. So I could tweak that using DF hack, but I don't believe I was able to, tweak it live. Whereas with this, if I go into settings, I can go straight into not difficulty. Where is it? Maybe it is under video and I just wasn't paying attention. Grid height, scaling, window, resizable, yes, no. Here we go, FPS cap. So the default is 50, but I can crank this up however I want. Now, if I crank it, if I leave it on 100, which it was anyway, you can see how quick things are moving. If I go back and I crank that back down to 50, or actually let's go even lower. Let's lower the graphical cap to 25. So this is a quarter of what it was. And done, and resume. So everything starts to move a little bit slower, I believe. But now if I change that up to 200, they should start like zipping around like crazy, which they kind of are. So it is more subtle with the lower, but they do start moving a lot faster. But I don't want them to move that fast, so let's go ahead and crank that back down to 100. So that just gives the game the ability to run that little bit faster. That I've noticed, at least. Get it over 200 years without running the game overnight. Yeah, exactly. Like, World Gen is like, amazingly fast. Oh, we got an issue. Oh, the spinner's been found dead. Where? Oh, because the fucking camel's there. Oops, I didn't mean to go here. Of course. Let me check something. Because hunting should be... It's hunting related. But trapping, I don't think... Unless trapping and hunting were basically the same damn thing. In which case, whoops. Because that's not something I wanted enabled. So the last thing we want to do is piss off the camels. Giant hamster is reverted to a wild state. We made a highwood barrel, or a masterwork highwood barrel. Very nice. Here we go. He finally made it. Kill that camel, please. And the other camel's dead. Good. Nobody else died, though? Good. Nobody else died. Alright, so... Actually, my friends, you guys... You guys are going to stay here for now. Not going to go anywhere, because these are not going to be the last of the camels that we have coming for us. I did not mean to cancel that. Now I have to click through each individual one here and resume construction. God, I hate those camels so much. You know what the thing that kind of drives me a bit crazy too? Is that camel came into the area already pissed off. Like, they were already agitated when they came into the map. Which is like, what the hell? Hey, hey, hey. I said, station up, boys. You're our front line here. If oh, yeah, speaking of which, here comes the camels. I swear to God, you guys better not be... Ay, caramba. Well, someone else is going to die now because my dwarven warriors here decided not to help them, even though I told them to. Yeah, there's actually... It's not that the effect doesn't play for the the combat. The problem is that it's delayed. Oh, shit. The ranger has been found dead. Of course he has. He probably shot the camel and paid the price. Who's that right there that's getting his ass kicked right now? It's Moses. Moses, no! Oh, wow. Everyone's fucking getting murdered by that camel over there. Moses got killed. No, Moses. Goddamn camels. I swear, these camels are just absolutely infuriating me. Ugh. Honestly, I swear, spears are just superior. That's the feeling I get. Is spears seem to do so well. Uh. Ay caramba. I die every time a camel spawns on the map. I die a little on the inside. I guess I'm making some more tombs. Yay. Sigh. I swear I'm gonna have to start making like mass graves here soon. Okay. These are gonna be smaller ones because I can't keep making big ones for these guys when they just die that easily. Also because we are kind of running out of space down here to put them. Okay. Build. Furniture. Burial. Let's just go like this. I don't really care what the... I don't really care which one we use. I just want to get them placed in here. We'll still give them a little statue, but I'm just like whatever with the... Yep, no, let's cancel that. But yes, curse you camels, curse you! Yeah, they are, true enough. Hey, Dragon Man, welcome. Yeah, I find spears to just be really, really powerful to a point. Oh my god, why is the hunter? Because he was out hunting. Should not have been hunting. Oh well, let's go back down to the tombs. The shitty, shitty tombs. Huh. No. Tomb. Tomb. accept. Nope. Let's kind of repaint that one. You can't even, there's not even a key for this either, so I have to actually click each one of these. So none of these are associated with a key that I can see. Like if I hit T right now, nothing, it just brings up that tab. So it's unfortunate that when having this menu open that I can't just hit like T for tomb or something. I have to just constantly be like click, tomb, accept, click, tomb, accept. Same thing for bedrooms. Bedroom designation's a little clunky. In my first fort, I got lucky and there was a light aquifer under my hospital. Nice. Lucky indeed. Great. Camels! Oh god, I was worried they got kicked off into the water or something. Let's see here. Animal trainer punches him in the head, bruising the muscle, pulling apart the skin. So right now they're just wailing on this camel. It's making me nervous though, because they're showing up on a different tile. Here comes the axe dwarf finally, slow as he is. And they finally finished it off. Are there any more bloody camels? Please tell me the answer is no. Yes, there is one more camel. I'm just straight up ordering my lads to kill it. Let's not even mess around. Stray dog was found dead. Great. I also find that the kind of default battle sound that we have right now is a little kind of misleading in a way, because it feels like... Wait, what? What's going on here? It's like, why am I getting notifications for these now? Momo's died a long time ago. Military, hello? Where's my spear boy? Here comes spear boy. Go stab that fool. Stab his ass. A child is fighting. What are you fighting now? This is my fight too. There is no need to feel vengeful. I had a bath. I am now contented. So you punched a camel. You went home. You kind of chilled and felt that, you know, you didn't need to feel vengeful about this. And then you had a bath and now you're content. And that was your combat report. I see. I see indeed. Not how to get... Oh, yeah. I think, honestly, it might be the same reason for me. You have to have rooms. Because I was also not getting migrants until I made a whole bunch of rooms, and then all of a sudden I had, you know, migrants galore. Get back here! Get back here, camel! Ugh. Did that freaking giant firefly just kill a child? Yeah, it probably did. Probably did. Uh... Oh, Dwarf Fortress. Oh, Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, that might be why. Because there's a couple of reasons. Either if they think there's not enough room for them, they won't come. But it could be, yeah, a couple of things. Okay, how are we doing here? I mean, he's at least happy because of the mist. Just seeing a two-humped camel's dead body. I would hope not, because they are the bane of our existence. Okay, I hope the child seems to be fine, but I don't even know anymore. I honestly don't. I'm just like... I'm kind of just face palming way too much right now. Okay, jewelers, cut some gems. I don't really care. I don't really care what gems. Just go ahead and cut some gems, please. Clother's workshop. Yeah, make, you know what, let me actually get some work orders for this. Make cloth bags. Yeah, make 10. That's fine. I'll make it a one-time order. Let's get some... cloaks. Sure, let's just get a bunch of general ones here. Hoods. Robes. Shirt, shoes. Socks, trousers. Good enough. Leather works. Same thing. Let's get some leather armor, leather backpacks. Let's get leather caps, cloaks, gloves, leather helmets, leggings. Let's get some low boots. Couple of quivers. Get a couple of robes. That should be good enough for now. As for the tanner's workshop, we don't have anything right now. Milk of lime containing item. Can of hide. Amount of hides is less than 10. Keep checking daily. Actually, let's tweak that to if the amount of tan hides is less than 50. Was there anything else that I built? There was the soap makers. We definitely want to get a work order for that. Soap from tallow. We want soap from oil. Definitely want both for that. Amount of bars is less than... Let's see. Problem is, though... Oops. Material. That doesn't matter. But my issue is more so... because that's not going to work. Because as far as I know, let me check my stocks to make sure. I shouldn't have any soap. I have like 1 potash and that's it. Whole bunch of coke and iron bars. I have no soap. But the problem is, and this is actually something else that'll have to be fixed for this version as well, that the work orders for soap are not specifying soap bars. They're only specifying bars in general. And I'm not sure if I can really tweak the material for that because it's made out of very specific things. So, yeah. Okay. Yes, the fishery. Try processing some plants. Because I still need to build a few things here. Did I not build an asher? Oh no, because I needed different material. That's why. Also, let me go ahead and just randomly click something here because I need to specify the materials. Okay, what else do I need? So the ashery was one of the things I was missing. And I think that's basically it. This one I should also get here, the screw press. Okay. And he's way down there, which is good. I want him to stay bloody down there. How are we doing here? Good. None of these are suspended. Perfect. Resume. Okay, let's start also working on some other things, but damn. I'm gonna have to expand the farm here soon. Okay, good. They automatically assign the dwarves to the, So we have 3 free tombs. Yay! So we have 3 tombs that are unclaimed, and the rest are filled. Man, dwarves are dropping like flies. Oh, that is not good. That is not good at all. Okay, are we still making coal? Okay, stop that. I thought I had stopped it previously, but yeah, no, definitely stop that. Have we found... We can make bronze. I don't think we found any flux stone yet. No, we haven't. Otherwise, I'd be able to make some pig iron, unfortunately. So, yeah, no, we do not, as of yet, have the flux stone. Okay. Aha, this got smoothed. Good. Okay, it looks like all of this got smoothed. So everywhere that could get smoothed did get smoothed. Okay, good. So that means that we should no longer start seeing water down here. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're just going to dig this out a bit more. And then I'm going to get some more stairs, and we're going to go down a few more flights. And hopefully we'll stop running into more aquifers, because damn, those aquifers are annoying. Okay. Okay, that's been made. Right, let's get some work orders done for this. Make lye. I'm actually not even sure what lye is. Let me actually take a look here. I don't know if this is 100% accurate, but let's check, because I know the wiki needs to be updated. But let me check the wiki on lye, because I want to see what it's made out of. Hey, thank you for the follow there, I believe. Let's see. Yes, thank you for the follow there. What is it? Ekibun, 1981. Thank you, good sir. Welcome to the shenanigans. Alright, lye is used to make soap. It can also be used to make potash. Made by a lye maker and ashery, requires 1 bar of ash and an empty bucket. Ash is made from wood at the wood furnace. So I need to make some ash first, and then I can make this. Okay. So we're gonna want to set this up properly as a nice little chain then. So first things first, let me get another, with all the workshops I'm actually building here, I swear. I really need to start moving all of this indoors, like, pretty darn soon. But, wood furnace? No, not wood furnace. Might be wood furnace. Yeah, it's gotta be. Okay. Alright, so we'll get that built, but let me go into the ashery here. So the tasks I can do here are make lye, make potash from lye, or from ash. So let's wait, I wonder if there's a different... Let me actually take a look here for potash, because I want to see what the difference is. Okay, it can be created, ashery requires either 1 unit of either ash or lye. Though, as lye is produced from ash, going that route is less efficient and has no added benefit. So yeah, basically, potash should be made directly from ash, and lye should be turned into soap, basically. Okay. Got it. So, let's go into work orders then for this. So, I'm going to specify... Let's work with lye first. Okay. If the amount of lye is less than 10, then yes, go ahead and produce. And if the amount of ash is greater, well, I'm not going to make if the amount of ash is greater, just because since the lye is going to make, like, soap is more important to me than potash. As much as potash is good, or potash, whatever you want to say for that, as much as that is good to increase the fertility of the farms and increase the output, soap is still more important because we need it to help keep down infections when the doctors are doing their work. So I'm going to not add a condition to ash for now, but I will add a new... Okay, let me go back to this again. Work order, no, cancel that. Add a new work order to make potash as well, though, from ash. This one, I'm actually going to... Well, since the lye will be as is, I don't know if I really want to tweak this. I'm going to say yes. If the ash is greater than 10, then do it. Which right now, obviously, it is not. And once the furnace is constructed, we'll get that done. Liquid from fruits, liquid from paste, plant slurry into paper sheet. So right now we have none of those that we can actually do, so we'll have to see what happens later on. Okay. Needs on rotten raw fish, I know. We don't even have anybody fishing right now, that's part of the problem. Okay, is the... Please resume that, thank you very much. Camel is coming. Where did it go? I saw it there a second ago. It's the camels, man! The camels! Wait. Oh, I found the cavern. Zoom. Okay, let's stop, cancel all designations here then. Because I do not want to go down here right now. What's this? Ah, cave spider web. So we do got a lot of fungawood trunks down here. I'm not really seeing any water. Here we go. We got some water down here. Nice. But first things first. Again, cancel that. Okay. First things first we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to dig another set of stairs down to there. And then we're going to want to floor that in because we don't want any undesirables making their way from the cavern into the fortress. Let me check the unit list and see if there's anything down here. At the moment, there is not. So what do we have here? We still got jet. We got Sylvite? I've never heard of that. Sylvite? Let me check the wiki. I don't think I've ever actually seen this for some reason. It's an unremarkable yellow stone found in large quantities within rock salt. In real life, it is classified as a form of potash and is used for fertilizer. Oh. So, you know what? That would be nice, though, if we could actually grind that down and you turn it into potash. That would be good. But unfortunately, that's not an option in the game here. So, I kind of hope that that gets added. And let me check this one here. Limonite. Limonite. It's an ore of iron. My mid-value metal, yes. Noticeably lower solid density, weighs less than other iron ores. Thus can be hauled to its destination more quickly than the other two ores. Okay, what else do we have around here? There's rock salt, there's that again. Of course, there's a bit of jet. Quite a bit of jet. So we still haven't found our actual, like, flux stone yet, though. There is gypsum, which is just an ordinary stone. With a niche use for dwarven healthcare, once mined, it can be processed at a kiln to make gypsum plaster. A fort with no gypsum plaster can use splints as an alternative. So basically, yeah, this could be harvested and then used, processed in the kiln to make the plaster powder for making casts, essentially. Okay. That's good to see. Alright. Oh, this is interesting.